Donald Trump just ran away from the press as Iran struck yet another tanker in the Strait of Hormuz. Then Donald Trump called up his personal stenographer, Barack Ravid, over at Axios, and Donald Trump said, "I'm only doing a semi-negotiation now. My plan is I'm just gonna, quote, low-key this thing, and I'm not even going to really pay attention to it anymore." Trump said, if we just let time take its natural course, Iran will probably surrender and go bankrupt. So I'm just going to low-key it now. Iran seems to have waited to strike this specific tanker right around the time the futures market was opening. I think Iran realizes Donald Trump's market manipulation. And at this point, Iran has basically hit 1 to 2 tankers every day over the past week, including this weekend. And also, the Houthis continue to strike hard at the Saudi interests in Yemen, as well as in Saudi Arabia. Eastern Saudi Arabia was hit quite hard earlier this morning by the Houthis as well. I'm going to show you what went down. First, let me just show you Donald Trump running away from the press. Upon his return to Washington, D.C., he did not look healthy. It's an understatement. Play this clip.
Mr. President, come talk to us.
Then around 6:26 p.m., Donald Trump basically closed off the White House, calling a lid. Why even bother talking to the press anymore when Iran is striking tankers in the Strait of Hormuz? Let me show you what it looked like over here. You'll see this burning tanker in the Strait of Hormuz. Iran also seems to have shot down numerous U.S. MQ-9 Reapers, at least one, maybe multiple, in the Sirik area as well. But let me show you this tanker on fire. Let's play it. Show you another angle of that as well.
Well,
let's take a look right here at some of the satellite footage that we have. You can see over here a large oil spill in the water in the Strait of Hormuz from yesterday's ADNOC tanker that was hit. That's the Abu Dhabi National Oil Company. Their tankers have been hit. 2 earlier this week, another one over the weekend. The fire put out, but obviously massive oil spills in the Strait of Hormuz. And now UK MTO, remember that organization that would publish every time a ship was threatened? Even if it was threatened, they would do a publication to warn the other mariners. Well, now the UK MTO just covers it all up as well. We had to learn from a release by ADNOC, again, that's the Abu Dhabi National Oil Company, that there was even a strike the other day, multiple strikes this past week. But we've been telling you about it. We've been following the surveillance footage. We can see what's going on in the Strait of Hormuz. We can see what's going on in Yemen and Saudi Arabia, despite our corporate media here being like, whatever, it is what it is. Donald Trump is posting this right now. Iran has no money. And he underlines no money. 51 years of bad behavior. Is this your plan to win the war? On Friday, Trump was posting, Donald Trump won the war. And Pete Hegseth posted, Donald Trump won the war. And now you're saying Iran has no money. Also, Trump, very deranged, posting videos of a flag on a boat from some unknown time period saying King Trump. Come on. This is all just so utterly embarrassing. As I noted earlier, Iranian air defenses reportedly shot down an unidentified drone over Sirik near the Strait of Hormuz. Show you what that looked like. Let's play it. Also, a suspected U.S. Air Force MQ-9 Reaper drone, play the B-roll. You'll see right here, crashed in Djibouti. You can see that. Earlier this morning, Ansar Allah, it's the Houthis, Ansar Allah, they struck a Saudi cargo shipment in the port of Mocha with drones and ballistic missiles. They also struck deep in Saudi Arabia, eastern Saudi Arabia, an Aramco refinery there earlier today, last night into the early hours of today. And then during that phone call Sunday with Axios, Donald Trump said the United States is, quote, low-keying it with Iran. It will work out. It always works out. It's like a chess game, Trump said, not expressing any anger or frustration about the fact that Iran has been holding up an announcement on a deal with Oman to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Iran really hasn't been holding up anything. I mean, that's how they're framing it on Axios. The U.S. isn't involved in the negotiation. Iran can do it. It's Iran's negotiation with Oman. The U.S. isn't involved in it at all. And there are all these people who are saying, now Iran is adding these maximalist terms in order to open up the Strait of Hormuz, like they want sanctions relief and they want Israel out of Lebanon and they want access to a $300 billion fund and they want to keep their ballistic missiles and they want all of these things. I'm like, that ain't maximalist. Whether you like it or not, Iran has been saying these same things since March. They said it in April in Islamabad at the Islamabad talks. It found its way in the Memorandum of Understanding. They've been saying it in July. They're saying it in August. While Donald Trump's out there, I'm going to blow the effing S out of them. I'm going to blow your bridges up. I'm going to destroy your civilization. I want to make a deal. They're very nice. I hate them. They're nice. Iran's been saying the same exact thing since March. Not a maximalist demand. Well, it's not different than what they said. Whether you feel it's maximalist or not, the U.S. lost the war, and Iran is now saying and has been saying, you want us to open up the Strait of Hormuz? You have to give us these things. That's where we're at right now. Yeah, so Trump to Axios said all of those things. Also, Axios, Barak Ravid, Trump's stenographer, also reporting Israel rejects the Gaza Board of Peace 15-point document. The IDF will not make any withdrawal from Gaza until Hamas disarms. I mean, the heavy weapons, the less heavy weapons, all the weapons. And we're talking real disarmament, not fictitious disarmament, is what Netanyahu said. Okay, well, Donald Trump made this fake organization called the Board of Peace. And Donald Trump announced the deal was a done deal. First off, he said it last October, but we know he lies about everything. Then a week and a half ago, he said Israel and Hamas agreed. And Netanyahu said, let me be very clear, I don't agree. Also, Netanyahu said he plans to unilaterally invade Iran to Channel 13 in Israel as well. Regardless of what the United States does, Netanyahu says, we're going to go and attack Iran. That's just what he said to Channel 13. But a senior U.S. official in the White House just said, Trump is not bothered by Netanyahu's statement on the Gaza plan. We understand Bibi's political needs. We have no problem with it, as long as he continues to do what we ask. You're doing what he asks. You can act all tough. We're unbothered. We're unbothered. That's their. What you need to know about Trump as a psychopath, as a truly deranged human, is he will flood the zone with every single option, whether it's hate bombing, love bombing, threatening your life, pretending you're his best friend, saying you're good looking, saying you're ugly, hating you online, loving. It doesn't matter. He doesn't have a sense of shame. He doesn't have principles or values, but all those things, he floods the zone with it over and over and over again, ultimately until he hopes he gets his objective. That's all he cares about. All the other stuff that he's doing is forms of manipulation. So now he's at the phase with all of this. I'm unbothered. which shows you that he's maximum bothered, right? I'm unbothered. They could do what they want. He can do what he wants. They could do what they want. Iran, I'm only semi-negotiating. And watch, in the next 24 hours, he'll be like, they've crossed the line. They've hit a tanker. I'm bombing the effing S out of them. That's what I'm doing. Just look at their actions yesterday, right? They issued an ultimatum, the Pentagon, giving defense contractors 21 days. Come up with ways to dramatically accelerate weapons production because we're out of our interceptors. Okay. I like how Trump and MAGA are the ones who like accuse other people of communism. Donald Trump taking the defense industry and saying, come up with a plan in 21 days for me. Okay. You had a $1 trillion military budget, $1 trillion last year, and you ran out of weapons. The catastrophic and unlawful war should never have taken place in the first instance. You had $1 trillion and you ran out of weapons. Just like Trump bankrupted casinos, he bankrupted our military. And it's so damn embarrassing. That's the latest. Iran struck a tanker. Trump's not talking to the press. He ran away. He tells Barack Ravid we're semi-negotiating. That's where we're at. So we've gone from frameworks of deals to what was the other thing that he said? Frameworks. He had some other line that was a ridiculous thing, like a framework. And now it is, I'm semi-negotiating. I'm low-keying it. All right, low-key, bro. You low-key it. You semi-negotiate it. Cool, smooth. And Iran will keep striking the tankers and control the strait. Hit subscribe. Did you get your copy of WTF America, the book I wrote with my brothers? Pre-order it if you can. Trying to keep the momentum going. We'll put a link in the description below. You can Google WTF America. Make sure you get the one by my brothers and by the Meiselas brothers. Go and get that. And let me know if you got it. It comes out October, but we need those pre-orders for the momentum. All right, thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Have a good one.
Breaking news right now. My brothers and I wrote a book. It's called WTF America. And well, doesn't that just say it all? It comes out officially this October, but you can pre-order your copy today. Just scan the QR code or click the link in the description below.